Starting today, the Supreme Court will weigh in on federal regulators' decision to block sweet-flavored vapes and e-cigarettes after their use spiked among kids. The High Court is taking up an appeal from the Food and Drug Administration, which has denied more than 1 million applications to sell candy or fruit-flavored products that the administration claims appeal to kids. NewsNation's Mills Hayes joins us now. Mills, the FDA is congressionally mandated to regulate tobacco products like e-cigarettes and vapes. So what exactly is the FDA and tobacco industry arguing about in front of these justices?
Well, first, good morning, Markie, and welcome back. We all missed you last week. But this case is going to be in front of the Supreme Court today, and it is about whether the FDA handled the regulation of these sweet-flavored tobacco products correctly, or if they sent these vape companies on an arbitrary, quote, wild goose chase of requirements. If the court rules that the FDA carried out its oversight in a legal and correct manner, that could deal a huge blow to tobacco companies and how they market these sweet flavored products, bottled e-liquids, and the refillable devices in the U.S. Vape product marketplace. On the other hand, if the Supreme Court rules against the FDA, then the administration will be forced to reevaluate millions of applications that were rejected since 2021, which FDA officials say will overwhelm an agency already struggling with limited resources. This hearing is happening as President-elect Trump has vowed to protect the vaping industry when he posted on social media back in September saying, quote, I saved flavored vaping in 2019 and it greatly helped people get off smoking. I raised the age to 21, keeping it away from kids. I'll save vaping again.
Yeah, and we know they come in so many different flavors, sour grape, pink lemonade, that do sound appealing to young people. Is vaping a growing hazard with America's youth, Mills, and does vaping help people actually quit smoking?
Well, Markie, I know a lot of people who started vaping because of the flavors, but of course everyone is different. Now, if we take a look at what anti-vaping organizations say, they say that it's still unacceptable that 1.6 million teens vape or use e-cigarettes is addictive, and according to medical experts, it's just not safe. One addiction specialist at the Mayo Clinic says that the amount of nicotine in a vape cartridge is significantly higher than the amount of nicotine a teenager could be exposed to in a cigarette. A teen puffing on a vape playing video games for an hour could be the same amount of nicotine consumption as a packet of cigarettes. Exposure to vaping may put teens at increased risk for coughing, wheezing, and asthma exacerbations. There are public health studies that show vaping is safer than cigarettes. E-cigarettes work better than nicotine patches, as well as certain prescription medications to help people quit smoking. The good news, the FDA says that youth e-cigarette use is at the lowest it's been in decades. The number of youth who used e-cigarettes in 2024 is approximately 1/3 of what it was at its peak in 2019, when over 5 million youth reported current e-cigarette use. Now, at 10 o'clock today, 10 o'clock Eastern, lawyers representing the FDA and Triton will lay out their arguments and then answer questions from the 9 Supreme Court justices. The Supreme Court will render a decision on the case later this season, but probably not until next spring in 2025. Markie?
Yeah, and to think about the tens of thousands of vape companies who could come onto the market if those justices overrule the FDA, this will be fascinating. Okay, Mills Hayes, thank you so much. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.